of heads of state and government opened in Abuja, with the situation in Mali and Guinea-Bissau dominating proceedings, as well as the important issue of the memorandum on the expansion of the membership of the Commission from 9 to 15 and the allocation of statutory positions to member states. The two West African states of Mali and Guinea-Bissau have had nightmare experiences in 2012, when democratically elected governments in Bamako and Bissau were forced out of office by elements of the army. Events there spur regional leaders into action as they embark on efforts at bringing back the rule of law and democratic governance in both countries.
The Chairman, I would also express my gratitude and appreciation to the Malian and French forces as well as AFISMA, now transformed into MINUSMA, for their courage and sacrifice to free the northern part of Mali from the armed terrorists and criminal groups. I would also like to thank the ECOWAS Commission for their tenacity and fortitude in ensuring that AFISMA received the required technical and financial support from bilateral and multilateral partners.
The process is often slow, but there has been significant development enough for the people of Mali, with help from the international community, plan elections which is scheduled for the end of July, while efforts are underway to quicken the pace of dialogue among stakeholders in Guinea-Bissau.
Excellency, the head of state and government, history will chronicle all the efforts you have made to restore hope in Mali. Since your last session, we have reached new milestones in the gradual stabilization of the country and the consolidation of the political process in Mali.
For a region that has been beset by instability and political upheaval in recent times, recent developments in both Mali and Guinea-Bissau are cause for optimism, prompting political leaders to call for the consolidation of the gains achieved in the past months.
The Gambia is concerned. You know that His Excellency the President is so concerned. And today you've seen the authority of heads of state and government so concerned and commend Mali, especially Jonkunda Traore for the efforts, and commend France, and commend all the friendly countries, even those who lost their lives. For example, Chad was commended. They are not part of this region, but they came to help us. So I think that is commendable. So we have a lot of hope because there has been the other presidents also in the sub-region have been commended. For example, Burkina Faso, and also even Nigeria, because they were responsible for ensuring peace and stability in both Guinea-Bissau and also in Mali. And as a result of that, we are seeing results. So really, we are hopeful. With peace and stability, at least we can talk about development. The president always says it. He said without peace and stability, there cannot be development. And we are hoping for peaceful elections as well, because we've won both sides. Because losers always don't accept to lose. And there are many political parties who are hoping to become president in the upcoming elections in Mali. In Guinea-Bissau, the same thing. There's peace and stability, but we are hoping that we can have lasting peace and stability in both countries. Because without that, they're in our backyard. Without peace and stability in the two countries, forget about peace and stability in the Gambia.
The summit also saw the adoption of a 15-member commission, with the allocation of statutory positions in accordance with the new structures of the commission. The presidency of the commission will be held by Burkina Faso, with Liberia bagging the vice presidency portfolio. The Gambia heads the infrastructure commission.
I think our participation has given us a stable voice in the institution. As you may know, the Gambia now has a commissioner in the ECOWAS Commission that was recently nominated by His Excellency the President. And this is a young, patriotic, dedicated Gambian who has proved to us during his tenure of office in the Commission that President Jammeh has not made a mistake in identifying him. We have gained a lot of late. We'll soon benefit from a transfer of resources that will bolster our efforts in the energy sector. And the delegation led by the Vice President did represent the Gambia well in making sure that our voice is heard and our interest is protected in this very important sub-regional body.
These are exciting times for the region as the more than 300 million strong bloc aims to chart a new future for its citizens, backed by an expanded level of cooperation and economic integration of the people of the region.
I also believe that ECOWAS continues to be dynamic. There's a lot of room for improvement, but I think over time we've seen the implementation of projects that are beneficial to members of the organization.
When next the leaders of the region converge for another summit, they will look back on the 43rd ordinary session of the regional summit as a turning point in the drive to create a more viable and prosperous ECOWAS, at peace with itself and prosperous enough to realize the dreams and vision on which it was founded. For Grts News, this is Babukar Senghor.
Officials of the Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure have signed a multi-million-dollar contract with technical, economic and engineering company based in France. The agreement is expected to look into the design, review as well as pre-contract services and work supervision of the Trans-Gambia Bridge project for the vital Yeli Tenda Bambatenda ferry crossing. Ablai Baji has details of that story in this report.
$1 million project funded by the African Development Bank, ADB, is for the design review, pre-contract services and work supervision of the Trans-Gambia or Yilitenda Bambatenda Bridge project. The agreement for the construction of the bridge was signed by the governments of the Republic of Gambia and Senegal, and since then, the two sides have been making efforts to see its full implementation.
We expect the bridge contract, the construction contract to be delivered within, of course, the required programs. We are not looking forward to any extensions.
The Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, Abdoulaye O. Kamara, expressed gratitude to the ADB for what he called a timely intervention.
Please allow me to offer our profound gratitude and appreciation to the African Development Bank for the steadfast assistance and support in the realization of this project. And I am sure the relationship between the bank and the ministry will continue to grow from strength to strength.
The Minister of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, Francis Litimboge, said the timely implementation of this project is indeed crucial, stressing that it will significantly impact the lives of the Gambian people and by extension the sub-region.
We'd like to thank the President for his stance in ensuring that we take full responsibility and ownership of this project, and with that stance has even facilitated the rapid start to this project, which has been in the pipeline, like I said, for a very long time. We are very excited in the ministry to be associated with this project, and I'm sure the consultant, as you just said, that in France there are too many bridges, and like I said, they've been there, seen it, done it, but in this instance you're involved in a project that has a significant impact on the lives of Gambians, even not talking about the impact it has on the region with regards to sub-regional trade, the transit of goods and services, which obviously about 90% of the users of this bridge would come from neighboring countries. Nonetheless, for the Gambia, it opens up the country with a bridge across north-south bank that will facilitate movement of our people.
SETEC Group, as it is popularly called, is a French engineering firm founded in 1957 with over 2,000 employees. It is a renowned partner of contracting owners and firms due to the quality of its engineers and services and its capacity to deal with the most complex subjects. For his part, the Chief Executive Officer of Technical, Economical and Engineering Company, otherwise SETEC Group, assured the Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure of his company's resolve to construct the bridge in a timely manner. The 3-year contract is expected to kick off in 2014. Reporting for Grts News, I am Abdoulaye Baji.
A fierce storm swept through the Nyani district, leaving 2 people dead and a trail of destruction in its wake. According to community leaders and residents, this was the worst storm they have ever seen. But as we hear in this report by Mamour Diallo, the large-scale destruction of homes comes at a critical time when the cropping season is just starting.
around 10 p.m. Tuesday night, when many communities in the Nyani district had retired after a long day of fasting and work in the farms. The ferocity